Hey everyone, and welcome back to week 7 of the Pokeball Draft League for the Steel City Skarmories. This week we're going up against Harold and the Aussie Mandabuzzes. Harold was not one of the original trainers and so did not draft with us. When he came into the league, he was able to basically create a team of the available Pokemon that hadn't been taken yet, and this is what he came up with. This was a fairly terrifying team, and for multiple reasons that I'll get into, this week I put the most preparation into team building. The first version of the team for this week, I was mostly worried about just like Screamtail and okay, I know Gothitelle has Perish Trap, or sorry, I know Gothitelle has Shadow Tag. Not a huge deal. I was looking through YouTube, just searching randomly, and I came across a Wolfie VGC video. And this week, thank you, Wolfie. Wolfie was going over a team he used to win a regional that happened to use Gothitelle and Screamtail. I was not aware of Perish Song. I would have been giga fucked if I hadn't seen that video, or as Wolfie would say it, video. So thank you so much, Wolfie, for that video. That really changed how I approached the team building this week. I didn't want to bring Torkoal. He had a lot of answers to Torkoal, or things that synergized with the drought between his Screamtail, his Charizard with Chlorophyll, his Thermal Exchange, Baxcalibur, and he had one other that I don't remember right now. But I really wanted to bring Torkoal just for the pressure and decided against it. So my goal this week was to basically come down to just how do I avoid Perish Trap, the Perish Song, and Shadow Tag, and then try to have a couple of answers for other things he might bring. But basically, this team builder came down to getting around Perish Song and Shadow Trap, Shadow Tag, because I have not faced that before. So to start off, we're going to go with one of the more mundane sets we're bringing this week, and this is Earthworm. I wanted to go Stealth Rock to try to counter Charizard and Talonflame that might come in, Shed Tail just so we can get some Pokemon up and doing some stuff, Body Press to counter the Umbreon mostly, and a little bit the Baxcalibur. I was not aware how tanky Umbreon is, as you will see in the battle. I'm recording this after the battle's done. And then Iron Head and Rock Slide were the two I was debating between. Between the Stealth Rock and a couple of the other moves you'll see later on in this team builder, I didn't think I needed the Rock Slide, and I wanted to have a stab move, so Iron Head to help deal with the Screamtail. The Wigglytuff, if he brought it, I really wasn't expecting the Wigglytuff, but I wanted to stab Iron Head and the chance to flinch. Citrus Berry, like we usually bring, and Terra Electric. With Terra Electric, Earthworm doesn't have any weaknesses if we do end up terastallizing. Next up, we're bringing up Rabsca once again. Rabsca this week I actually thought was way more important than usual. In case we had something that we wanted to strategically sacrifice to his Perish Song, we'd have the option to bring it back later with Revival Blessing. We're bringing a same set we usually do: Trick Room, Protect, Revival Blessing, and Bug Buzz. Bug Buzz I was hoping would help with his Umbreon, his Gothitelle, and his Screamtail in particular. We're bringing Focus Sash again, so even if it gets hit hard by, say, a Charizard or Talonflame, Flying, or Fire attack, it could still do a decent amount of damage, and it would also resist or be resistant to a dark type attack from the Umbreon that might come out. Terra Bug, just in case we need the extra bit of firepower into those super effective types that we were talking about. But in general, Rabsca is not there to be terastallized. It's just there as a, oh shit, why haven't I Terra'd yet this battle? For our third Pokemon, we went with Hariyama. I decided to go with a protect-less setup this time because of the utility his other moves could provide. We still went with Flame Orb in case we could get it up behind Earthworm's Shed Tail, but we went with Fake Out to try to disrupt any of his Perish Songs or offensive moves, and it also bought us a turn for said Flame Orb to proc and get the bonus. We went with Earthquake. This was more just as a spread move and try to have a little bit of synergy with the Earthworm. We could Shed Tail out the Hariyama, and then next turn, if we wanted to, substitute Earthworm in for something that was threatened by Perish Song and just hit Earthquake to heal it back up to hopefully full. Drain Punch for the Umbreon and just for a little bit of sustain, and Rock Slide for the same reasons we talked about earlier, mostly the Charizard and the Talonflame, and also just a little bit of flinch chance. It also did decently well against the Baxcalibur, but if we just wanted a one-on-one, we had Drain Punch for the Baxcalibur. Fourth, King Gambit. We put a lot of tech on King Gambit this week. And one thing I did not like to do, but I felt like was going to be okay, was remove Sucker Punch. I feel like with a Perish Trap team, he was going to have a lot of utility moves. Thunder Waves, protects, Perish Song, screens, just stuff like that. So I didn't think Sucker Punch was going to be all that helpful. We put Brick Break on the King Gambit just in case he decided to bring screens on his Screamtail. Kowtow Cleave for a stab dark move that would do pretty well against his team. Ironhead for another stab move, same reason we're bringing it on the Earthworm. And finally, Stone Edge. I wanted Stone Edge to be a single target, hard hitting rock type move. Baxcalibur, Charizard, Talonflame being the main reasons. And that final move I changed a lot. I thought about Protect, but then I wanted I wanted Assault Vest on it because it did so well last week. I thought about Sucker Punch. There were a whole bunch of moves that we could have put on it, but I felt like Stone Edge could have gotten the most mileage out of our potential options. What do you do with a Dark Dragon type that might get trapped by Perish Song and against a Screamtail? You give it U-turn, you make it Terra Steel. The Flash Cannon under Terra Steel, I was hoping could really threaten that Screamtail and Wigglytuff if I had to do it. If it did get trapped in with a Gothitelle, we had U-turn, we had Protect for anything weird else that might come out, and Dark Pulse just for the Gothitelle in particular. Did decently well against Screamtail as well, but I wanted the Flash Cannon if we were stuck and we had to eliminate the Screamtail. This set was designed to eliminate priority threats that could put down Perish Song and get out if they did get a Perish Song off. Finally, Hatterene. This might be my most inspired set. It doesn't look impressive, but the Terra Ghost. Ghost types are not affected by Shadow Tag, so this would let Hatterene Terra and get a Shadow Ball out against Gothitelle, and then switch out next turn if we had to. This, just in particular, I felt like could also get around fake outs if we read it, let us not be affected by Perish Song. Just a whole bunch of reasons to go Terra Ghost with the Shadow Ball as super effective moves into the opponent's Pokemon. I actually came up with this very late in the team building process. This was like a day or two before the actual battle, and one of the last changes I made to the team to kind of round it all out. But I felt like Hatterene, again with Trick Room, Protect, Dazzling Gleam as a spread move against his Baxcalibur and Umbreon, just in general, I thought would be a great idea. There's our team. This week took a lot more mental effort than I usually put into it. I already know how it ends up. You guys will have to wait till tomorrow or the next day for the battle to come out for me to commentate over it. But hopefully I'll see everyone then.